Day trading isn't just about charts and strategies, but it is a serious mental game. Fear, greed, FOMO, we've all been there, and they can totally mess with our trades. In this video, I'm breaking down how these emotions creep in and how we should deal with them. Whether you've hesitated on a good setup or chased a trade you know you shouldn't, I've got some simple tips to help you stay cool, stay in control. So let's go over the psychology of trading and how to get our mindset right. Alrighty, guys. So the very first psychological barrier that most traders face is fear. And it can be fear of entering trades. It can be fear of losing money. So I'm going to be going over how to build that confidence so you don't have that fear when it comes to trading. So quickly, I want to go over my trading calendar right here, and I want you guys to just keep an eye on my P&L per week right here. And this is on a $2,000 account that I opened up back in February. So if we go to my calendar in February and we take a look here, you can see that I am green almost every week. So this is February, this is March, this is April, this is May, and you can see the times where I am red. I'm going to go back to April. The times that I am red, it's only 40 bucks, 20 bucks, nothing that serious. But the times where I am green, I'm making almost $1,000, and this is on a weekly basis. So we can see this week we made $1,200, then we made 800, 700, 700, and then the times that we lose, we're only losing 180 bucks. And then if we go to June, we were green every single week. We averaged about $1,200 per week. We can see in July, we kind of have the same picture. Our only red week, we lost 116 bucks, and it's just kind of that way every week. And if we look at most recently in November, so this is last week, we can see I made 800 bucks on that account last week, and then our losing week was only 16 bucks. So how am I able to stay so consistent when it comes to my trading? Is it because fear doesn't get to me, or FOMO, or greed? And the answer is no. And the way I am able to get over fear is from this saying that I heard when I was younger, when I first started trading, which was, in order for you to build confidence in trading, you need to be consistent. And in order for you to be consistent in trading, you need to be confident. And in order for you to find that confidence, where you see a setup, for example, you see NVIDIA here, you see a setup where you want to go long, and what happens? You get fear and you don't enter that trade and you watch it go without you. The way you are able to get over this, number one, is to have a trading strategy that works. If your trading strategy is one that is not profitable, then you will not find those great entries and those great trades. The trading strategy that I use, it works. I know it works. I've back tested it and I've been using it for years. So I have confidence when I am entering those trades. If you guys want to know what that trading strategy is, I've made a bunch of videos, or you can send me a message and I'm going to give you guys more information. But that is the first thing. You need to have a trading strategy that actually works, that you've back tested, where you know, hey, I have a higher probability of entering, I have a higher probability of profiting if I enter this trade. Now, the second thing is, when it comes to fear, a lot of times traders fear red candles. And I know that's weird. So they fear red candles. You see a trade going your way, and even though the trade idea is still going on, I'm going to go to a shorter time frame. So you might see a trade going your way, like you see here on NVIDIA. You see a trade going your way, and this candle could be a red candle, and you exit that trade and you end up losing all of these profits. And the fix for this is super, super, super simple, and it is just change the color of your candles. So as you guys can see, my candles are green and black. And all you need to do is go on TradingView, click these three buttons right here, go to settings, and you can change your candles right here. I like to keep the green candle, but because green candle gives us confidence, right? When we see green candles, but red candles give us fear. That is how we get over that psychology of the fear of those red candles, by just getting rid of them altogether. So now you will stay in a trade longer because you are not fearing that the thing will reverse against you. Now, the next way to get over fear is to manage our risk. So I have videos going over risk management. Listen, you guys can be green every single week for the entire calendar year, and you can blow your account totally on the last day by not managing your risk. So risk management is the number one way to get over that fear of losing all of your money, which is by having a little bit of risk. Having a little bit of risk management. For example, if you are trading NVIDIA to the upside right here, so if you are trading Nvidia to the upside right here, and you are anticipating that Nvidia will go like this, and continue higher, well, if you sell right here when this thing breaks lower, you avoid this big drop right here that could cost your account a lot of money. So the second piece of advice is manage your risk. So that is how we go over our fear. Now let's go over FOMO, which is obviously the fear of missing out. Now, when it comes to trading, there are many entries that we could have. For example, just say you wanted to enter long here on Nvidia. So just say you wanted to enter long here on Nvidia right here, and your take profit level was somewhere up here. Now, you see Nvidia dropping, and you fear that this thing will not go all the way to your entry level right there. So you enter right here because you don't want to miss out on this trade. And now as this thing is going down, now you get afraid that this thing could just keep going down. So you end up selling, you lose a couple $100, and then you see this thing go right to your entry level and go higher. The fix for this fear of missing out is just set alerts. What I do is I just come here, I set an alert right where I want to enter, and I will not look at that stock until that alert goes off. Do you know how important that is? That will give you the best level of entry. Now, when you enter Nvidia right here at this perfect level of entry, it'll also help with the psychology thing that we went in the beginning, which was fear. Now, it'll also increase our risk to reward. So now we have a risk of something like this, and then we have a reward of something like this. Whereas if we entered this trade too early, we end up with something like this. So if we enter this trade, just say we enter all the way up here, now we have a reward of something like that, and our risk is all of this. That is terrible. That is not something that we want to be doing. We want to wait until a trade comes exactly to the best level of entry that we have charted on our charts. And the way we know how to find the best entries, I have an entire video of entering stocks, exiting stocks. I think it's a couple videos prior. So psychology tip number 2, how to get over FOMO, is number 1, have the best levels of entry. And then number 2 is stop listening to people on Twitter or Instagram who tell you that they are entering, they're making this amount of money. So now you're like, oh, I need to enter Tesla because Tesla is going up. No, don't enter Tesla because it's going up. Enter Tesla when you see a great level of entry on Tesla. So that is how we get over FOMO. And then the last thing is greed. How do we get over greed? So just say we enter Nvidia right here, and our take profit level is right here. Nvidia ends up coming to this level, so it's going higher, and we come here and you say, you know, what if Nvidia can keep going? So you end up not selling, and this thing reverses entirely and goes all the way down here, and you end up losing that trade. How do we get over the psychology of greed? It's a human psychology to want more. And the way I get over this, I'll show you, is Nvidia comes to my level right here, my perfect entry level right there. And right here, I enter, just say, with 3 contracts. So I enter with 3 contracts, or if you're trading shares, I enter with 3 shares. And just say my take profit level number 1 is right here at this old level. So my take profit level is right there. But I think, you know, it's possible that this thing can come all the way here. What I do is I let this thing go. And then when it comes here, what do? We sell. So I sell 2 of my contracts. So now I am in profit, which means the last contract that I am holding, I am able to have a little bit more risk on that contract. If Nvidia wants to keep going higher, I am able to profit from that. But if this thing decides to reverse all the way, on that last contract, I set my stop loss to break even. So when it comes back down, it hits break even, I get stopped out of that trade. I was still able to make great profits, and I was able to take a little bit of more profits if the thing continued to go higher. So that is how we get over greed. Greed is okay. You want to make more money. That's why we're in trading. We want to get the most amount of money that we can possibly get, but we don't want to be risking all of our profits. So sell most of your contracts where you know you should, and then just let one runner run. That's why they call call it a runner. So guys, those are the main psychology tips. That is how I get over them. So the biggest piece of advice I would leave you with is have a trading strategy that works. If you need one that works, if you need help, reach out to me and I will coach you guys on how to find something that works for you, or just give you my trading strategy that I use every single day. Number two is trade with less size so you can have more confidence and less fear in trading. Change your candle colors so it can adapt to our psychology. And then finally, make sure that you're selling at your stop losses. Make sure that you are entering at the best levels. You're not entering too early. You're not entering too late, just where you know you should be entering. All right, guys, so that is all for this video. I hope this has helped. Psychology is one of the most important things when it comes to trading. So if you can master this with a good trading strategy, you will be unstoppable. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.